Hey, bro. Little bro.
Goddamn. Juwan next to Don.
Except my STEEZ, what's going on? Yes, Lord.
Goddamn. Bring y'all that motherfucking Sunday ticket recap, man.
Gather round. Finishing it up.
Yeah, it's the end of the gather around festivities, man. Shit, fuck it. Let's get into these games. First game of the night. We had, oh man,
The unentertaining Richmond Tigers.
Richmond versus Frio, man. What you think about this one?
Richmond really just ain't been up to par, man, last couple games. So
Yeah.
it seemed like the one game against us, like it just seemed like it was an anomaly, bro. At least the second half and how they played, like, cause we haven't seen that, bro. Really, the rest of the games this season, they've been getting smashed. But
I don't think I completely agree with that. I don't think they be getting smashed.
not this game.
They don't be getting smashed in like the fourth quarter, like, and I think on Carlton's end, that's when they stopped kind of playing, and Richmond just stopped playing too. But I think it's very in trend for them. I think they had very good games this year. These things just boring as fuck to watch at the end of the day. But I feel like they be in every game I've seen. They've been in the game until like the third or fourth quarter, and then they just fall the fuck off. I don't fucking know.
At some point in every game, they get smashed, though.
For sure.
So I think that effort that they had, they haven't mimicked what they did in that second half against us this year at any point.
Nah.
So that's really what I'm coming from. But I will say, well, okay, so my expectations. Frio, I really expected Frio to win this game. Just considering that Frio, I think, is a class above them in experience and in skill and in consistency as well. And Frio just got good defense, bro, good ball movement, and I think they're not the best team, but they're still a good team. They're a good quality team, I say.
Coming in this one for me, man. Unfortunately, I kind of figured Frio was gonna win this. Richmond just, I feel like Richmond's like the best of the struggle teams right now. So I don't be knowing my justifications for these reasons quite yet, but I feel like it's gonna make more sense as the season goes on. But goddamn,
are we a struggle team?
Yeah, for sure.
So they better than us.
All right, so it's different levels of struggle teams. there's a struggle teams that's slick. They should be on the rise. Like y'all a struggle team that should be there. Like y'all, Melbourne, fucking y'all in y'all slick own category.
So there's a fall off struggle team and a rising struggle team.
Type shit. Yeah. As far as teams on the rise, I think. Damn. All right, so the rising struggle teams is Richmond, North, West Coast. Goddamn. Huck slick out of there after last year. But those are three main ones for real. All right, I'll make this video about that shit. But I do think Richmond kind of has a blueprint. They kind of been the most consistent out of the struggle teams. North they had a good game, then they fall off. West Coast, we just been shit. Richmond, I could actually see them trying to make their way out. But anyways, that being said, Richmond is a boring team to watch, bro. I don't know what it is about these boys, but I cannot get into any of the games they be playing. Like, they be scoring, like there should be shit going on, but something about Richmond's style of play just makes that bitch a snooze fest.
Yeah. I think Richmond was competitive for about a half of this game. Really, just at the end of the day, it came down to Frio being the more composed team, the better ball movement team, the better defensive team. Yeah. I think we've seen Frio's defense really play pretty good this game. And it really just, I think that's really just what it was, bro. It was just Frio was really in the fight, and it was because Richmond had some of the lead at some points during this game.
Yeah.
Even though Frio's down, like Luke Jackson and a couple players that they really missed. Sean Darcy having his first game back, so I think there was some growing pains for Frio, but I think they played a solid game overall, bro. Josh Tracy again, just looking looking like one of the best forwards in the league, bro. I don't know what got into bro. But just as a whole, bro, I think they're just much more competitive, much more composed, just a better team overall, bro. And they know their brand. Whereas, like, I agree with you. You see what Richmond's trying to do. You can see that they'll have a future going forward, but they're just not quite there yet.
Yeah,
Still
for sure.
young, and still trying to grow as a team.
Yeah. If this was anything but a Frio win, I think there'll be more to talk about. But this kind of was supposed to happen here, in my opinion.
Yeah. Shea Bolton playing against his old side. He had his moments. He had actually had a
sure.
good game as well.
Yeah. So on to the next one. That's when we had Saints versus GWS. And so coming into this one, I actually thought this was going to be interesting. I think this had gaming around potential before it started. And kind of was let down a little bit. It was a good game, but yeah, I don't know how to break this shit down, honestly. Go ahead, bro.
So I think with this game, bro, I actually think it was a good game, bro. I don't think the score. I mean, the score shows that GWS was really just a much better team, the much more quality team, bigger, faster, stronger. They just look like they were there, bro, and they still have their key players in every position. I think in this game, you can see that St. Kilda was just quite missing. They were just missing some pieces, bro. They couldn't quite bring the same pressure that they had against the other teams, bro. They went up against a giant, pun intended. Pun not intended, actually, but works out perfect. St. Kilda really just went against a giant in the comp, bro, and then they haven't really seen this kind of monster this season yet, bro. And I will say that Saints still did play a good game, bro. I think their midfield was still good. Nasai Wangani Malera still had a great game, bro. Cooper Sharman early on was just really getting some goals and showing himself as a key forward, a big mark target. But really, at the end of the day, bro, it just wasn't enough, bro. They weren't able to disrupt GWS and what their game plan is. I think GWS ball movement is really just good, bro. And they transition from D50 to forward, bro. You really just can't stop them, bro. I just think that's really what it came down to, bro. GWS is just plain and simple the better team, bro.
Yeah, I agree. Last week or last video, one of these videos, I was saying GWS is like the gatekeepers. I do see GWS. That shit sounded crazy. I do see GWS finishing like at that 4 or 3 spot on a ladder, and I think to be better, you know, to be higher than them on the ladder, you got to beat them. I don't think Saints was necessarily up for that challenge, but I do think they put up a great fight. The Jack Attack plus Jack still stands strong, bro. Wangani Malera getting in there. Cooper Sharma had a crazy ass game, bro. Jack Higgins with the snapper.
Automatic snap.
Yeah, man. The Saints put up a great fight. It's just GWS is made it gatekeepers, man.
They're the better team, man.
Yeah.
Just real plain and simple. I was disappointed in Jack's Steele performance, though. First game coming back from injury, though, so just a little bit of leeway to give him there. But Toby Green had a great game as well. I think he had his best game of the season.
Yeah, 5 goals, shit.
5 goals. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how the Saints respond to this loss. And I'm expecting them to still play as good as they have earlier in the season.
Yeah, Saints always be fucking falling out of the 8 towards the end of the year, bro. I would like to say they at 8, bottom 8. Well, not the bottom 8, but you know they're finishing in the top 8, bottom half of the top 8 side. But I just, for the past years, I know how they can fall off mid-season. I don't want that to happen this year, but I do fuck with what the Saints are doing, and they placed out right now. Quite entertaining. But yeah, going on to the last game of the gather round.
Oh my god.
Man, Port versus Hawks, man. South Australia pride on the line, man.
Listen, I'm mad as fuck that the tips didn't register, bro. I'm really mad, bro. Y'all see me in the video tip Port, bro. In the tipping comp, it said Hawthorne, bro. I'm fucking mad. But nah, this game was fucking insane, bro. How Port came out, bro. The Hawks did not look ready, bro. Port, I did tip Port, but I did not expect look how I sit up in my seat. I didn't expect Port to whoop their ass to this degree, bro. Like, Port was up by 70 points. I can't even remember the exact margin, but it was 70 plus points, bro.
Yeah, they're the same first half, just in general,
yes,
bro.
Yes, bro. It was going back and forth, back and forth.
79 points in the first half. I think it was 72 to 8 for quite some time.
Yeah, bro. It was over and over, just continually, bro. Just everything you want, every key facet of the game, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Port was there, bro. Zach Butters just really changing the dynamic of the midfield, bro. Yeah, that nigga turned up. Just the dynamic of the midfield, bro. Like Connor Rozier actually, he's been a little disappointing, I've been saying, this season, but I think Zach Butters coming in really takes the pressure off him. They really actually started Connor Rozier at halfback, which was a change I didn't really foresee.
Yeah.
But yeah, Hawks didn't look up to the challenge, but the ball movement did not look the same, bro. They just couldn't get shit going, and they really couldn't get a possession, bro, in the early stages of the game.
Yeah, this game was just Hawks just under the pump. Like this is one of those games where the scores line. I feel like the score is a lot closer than the game actually was. Port kind of just chilled that second half, but they basically had 80 in the first half, bro. So it was just constant, just out the middle goal, just interception goal. Like it was, everything Hawks was doing was getting just snubbed out. Port was taking it, getting the goal out of seemed like everything, bro. And it was like these is the undefeated Hawks, bro, and they was playing like the Hawks a few years ago.
Yeah, they did. I want to say, and really the comeback was aided by heavy differential and free kicks in the third quarter, bro. Like Hawks, whether or not they deserved them, bro, they were just getting a bunch of free kicks, and that really helped them get back into the game. But every player you could think of off Port had like just a stellar game, bro. Jason Horn-Francis, Mitch Georgiadis in front of goal.
Or Joe Richards locked in my fantasy win.
Joe Richards had a great start to the game as well. Like it was just ridiculous. Ollie Lord was a nice target. Willem Drew had a great game, bro. It was like everybody, bro. And this game really was actually, you can kind of feel a little bit of animosity between the two teams because definitely at the end of the game, you seen fucking CJ, Willie Rioli have flexed. When the game was in balance or whatever, when Hawthorne was trying to make their comeback and Willie Rioli really stamped that shit out. He showed the ball to CJ and kicked the goal, and CJ shoved the shit out of Willie Rioli, and fucking CJ got yoked up then, bro. Like Georgiadis yoked the shit out, bro. Bro, buddy was just doing all that fucking Jason Horn-Francis yoked that boy up. That shit really was funny as shit.
There was a lot of goddamn just conflict this game, just jumping punches and shit like that. Sam Paul Pepper got in too with somebody. Like there was a lot of shit going on, man.
I did find out that you noticed at the end of the game they were doing the fucking wings.
Mm-hmm.
That was like because
they was doing the goddamn airplane shit.
The airplane shit. That was a response to like a finals last year in the finals. I think King Hinckley did that to Hawthorne when they got eliminated, bro. So it's really some animosity. It's deeper than I thought it was. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, you could definitely tell there was some type of beef. Like every quarter, it seemed like it was a scuffle, bro. And
yeah.
Unfortunately, Hawks came out second best every time.
They did, man. Adelaide, well, not Adelaide, but Port. Second game back to back at Adelaide Oval. They really. Pride of South Australia had to fuck around and win that game, man.
Yeah.
Couldn't lose it again, man. But they saved Adelaide from being both Adelaide teams being 0-2.
Yeah, I'm sure it would have been embarrassing at the gather round, man.
Yeah, would have, bro.
Put all the goddamn South Australia's ancestors on their back for this one.
Both teams losing at the Oval too. That would have been bad, bro.
Yeah. Oh man, but shit, that's all for this week, man. That's the gather round for you.
Yeah. Some ass whoops this last day.
This whole week was kind of, it felt lopsided. We didn't get so many like real ding dong games. It was just,
and even if it was, it didn't end up that way, bro. Like the end score, no matter how competitive the game was, always ended up in an ass whoop.
Damn, I don't even know what the best game of the round would be. I might
probably Dogs Brisbane.
Yeah, that shit was just high scoring.
Brisbane said, "Fuck that."
Yeah. The Port Adelaide game should have been like that too, but Hawks never came back.
Yeah. They tried. They didn't get within striking distance. They cut the deficit quite a lot.
Yeah, for sure.
At the end of the day, it just wasn't enough, bro. It's just a little too.
You know what I'm saying?
A little too.
Yeah. Crows, y'all couldn't get it done for the home team, man. It's fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Like, comment, subscribe, all the YouTube shit, man. Tune in to the lives. And whatever else the fuck we put up on this channel. Make sure you see it.
You know what I'm saying? Check us out, bro.
Yeah.